back to the Lytecast, the leading gaming podcast on iTunes. It's on iTunes now, everyone.
It is, unfortunately. We have 8 subscribers, you fuck.
Yeah,
morons.
8 subscribers. And this week, not orientated anywhere even near me, but through the power of the internet joining me, I have Nathan.
Hello.
And Michael.
Hi.
They're here today. And, yes, we're not in the same room.
This is surreal. It's like we are in the same room, but we're not.
Yes.
But we can hear each other. It's crazy.
Just like the yodelers of the American Rockies. We decided it was too much effort. And yeah, we decided it was too much effort and started doing it over Skype.
Okay.
Oh, dear. Why didn't we do that? Why didn't we yodel and record that?
We record the yodeling?
Traffic noise, basically.
Okay.
I suppose. Would have been very loud.
Because this is the first time doing it, I'm really paranoid that it's not going to work.
Probably won't.
Yeah, the recording's still on. That's okay.
And,
if you're hearing
our
it now, tell us.
Subscribers on iTunes will be very disappointed.
Yeah, I want a much bigger air of professionalism now that we have 8 subscribers on iTunes. Who are these people?
I don't know. I'm afraid if professional is what you want, I may have to leave.
It'll be. I don't understand why they would.
What are you doing, you stupid people? Why?
Wait.
What do we offer
Nathan,
to this world?
you say that, but you've got a little subheading, Nathan the Professional. Okay. So it's kind of going against what you just said.
So I have a subheading? Why not?
Yeah, like Leon the Professional, but you.
How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing this week?
I'm pretty good, actually, yeah.
Have you been playing the video games?
I have been playing a lot of the video games, actually. I'm very happy with my video games experience.
Okay.
Would you like to say one of them, or is it mystery? We're not allowed to know.
We'll touch on...
Are you playing the Japanese dating sims?
Yeah. It's kawaii. My cute little digital polygon girlfriend is doing well. Thanks for asking.
Fucking Krieger. Nathan, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright. I've been playing Alan Wake for a bit, for no reason.
Alan Wake, that was the one where you had a flashlight that killed monsters.
That is the one with
I remember
the
that.
Yeah.
It was based off Stephen King a lot.
Yeah, a bit. Yeah,
wasn't like the main character in love with Stephen King as well?
Yeah, he does mention him about 6 times.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Well, it's not a sick obsession if you're not sick at the time.
I've
been playing that for a bit, and also other things as well. I've been playing Watch Dogs and Wolfenstein. Watch_Dogs and Wolfenstein since we've last had a conversation, and that was
the 2 large games.
Yes, the large ones. Yes,
released just before E3 2014.
Yep. And they were a lot of fun. Speaking of which, Wolfenstein, all right.
I'm not. No. I've got to say what I'm playing first. You asshole.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm the host here.
All right. Okay.
Just because you've got 8 listeners, you just don't start thinking above your station.
No. Okay. I'll just shut up.
Just because you've got a modicum of power now in the online video game arena.
All straight to his head, I think, Luke. Disturbing what power does to people.
It's funny because it's really the opposite. I want everyone to fuck off. Just leave me alone. I don't want to know any of you.
The Hermit King.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about iTunes. They can't leave comments. Well, they can leave reviews, but who the fuck does that?
Everyone. Don't you?
No. Yeah. What I am doing is I've been playing Dwarf Fortress again.
Yeah?
Everyone's favourite word-based, but not word-based, ACI character, Dwarf Fortress.
Is this based off of your experiences with Riftworld, or nothing to do with it in particular?
No, it's to do, actually, with the fact that in a couple of months, the first update to Dwarf Fortress in 2 years is coming out.
Hooray! Get ahead of the curve.
I should start playing it again, because it's fun.
It is fun.
It's true, it is.
The brief
Nathan
time
he's been too busy playing Alan Wake, and you know.
Yeah, I accidentally went and built a fort somewhere with no metals except for gold, which you can't build armor or weapons out of. So I decided to just
filthy rich.
No, not really. It's kind of common, which sucks.
Oh.
But no, now so my dwarves are just gonna throw rocks at people.
Throw the rocks.
Yeah, big rocks, mind, out of catapults, but still rocks.
Oh, that's alright.
Ooh, do they live in the Rockies?
No, do they yodel? I don't know. Oh,
no, they use dwarf Skype.
Form of communication. Right. You told me one of them wandered off, didn't he?
Yeah, he went missing. I don't know why. He just fucked off. All the other dwarves are worried.
He clearly wasn't with his dwarf buddy, you know, holding hands.
I'm building him a grave. I'm building him a memorial piece of rock.
You should have.
Still want to figure out whether I can throw it at my enemies.
Yeah, you should do that. I was about to say, if you do that, just put it in the catapult, throw it somewhere.
Yeah.
If he's still you might find
not
it.
Particularly
like,
at enemies, just in a direction.
Yeah, just in some direction. And then if he finds it, he'll be like, oh, I should really go back to that place. They might, you know.
And if not, it's just a message to all other lost dwarves that if you get lost, we will make a statue of you and throw it out into the wilderness. I think it's a message that can drive home to every gamer for reasons.
Yes. Alright, shall we get down to it? We've got quite a bit of news because we are the least regular podcast known to humankind, and
Yay.
Which
is exactly why we have 8 subscribers.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's more than 4.
I can get down with this irregularity.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. They're attracted to the irregularity of it. They don't know when or where
they're attracted to
next.
We're attracted to the chaos.
It's our defining special feature of the podcast. I mean, you never know. We could have another podcast out tomorrow.
We're like a dog chasing our tail. If we got it, we'd never know when to upload podcasts.
Just FYI, we're not going to have another podcast out tomorrow. That's not happening. Just warning. You never
know. If this podcast turns out to be like 2 hours, we might have to split in half.
Okay. Well, I'm not sitting here for 2 hours. You can fuck off.
It won't be that long. We've got a lot of news, but not that much news.
You never know.
Alright, so shall we begin with the main event?
Let's do it. Let's get down and boogie.
Wolfenstein, The New Order.
It's a game.
People like it. People like it a lot.
I do like it a lot.
IGN gave it a 7.8 out of 10, saying it melds typical everyday shooter with quality cast and relatable characters.
Yay!
BJ
I assume they're not talking about the Nazis.
I can't believe his first name, his initials are BJ.
It's basically a sex act, but that's fine.
That's ridiculous. Escapist gave it 3.5 out of 5, saying it delivered a fuss-free roller coaster of set pieces and guiltless butchery.
Ooh.
And Joystick gave it a 3 out of 5, saying jarring inconsistency of tone and cohesion.
Oh, Jesus. Right.
So they weren't too happy.
They weren't happy then. I mean, from what I played with it, I had a lot of fun with it. One of the best things throughout the whole thing, BJ's just sort of along for the ride, because it's been 14 years since he was actually fighting Nazis. He just gets put in a mental institute.
Yeah, he just gets put in an institute and then comes out and he's like super swole.
Yeah. I still don't know how the fuck that works. He sat in a chair for 14 years, but he's just massive. It's ridiculous. But the whole time though, he's just along for the ride, and the whole time, there's points at which he nearly dies all the time, right? And every time he's just like, oh, I guess I'm still alive, I better keep fighting. It's really fucking... it's almost harrowing. He's like, I should be dead, but I'm still alive, so I better keep shooting Nazis, I guess. That's what's happening now.
Well, that's what the average Joe would do.
I guess so.
Isn't it? Yeah. If you almost were dead because of Nazis, and then they were shooting at you, you would shoot at them then.
There's this whole underlying poetry thing to it that BJ's sort of just like, I'm fucking just want to be dead, please let me die.
But then doesn't and keeps going.
Yeah, and killing a lot of Nazis along the way.
Yay. What's with Nazis and the moon? First we had Iron Sky, now we've got this.
Hey, keep that quiet. Not many people are supposed to know about that.
It was in the trailer.
It's in the trailer.
He literally says, I am on the moon.
Yeah.
Dragovich, give me your status.
That's like,
well, I'm on the moon.
That's probably the hypest thing that happens is they keep teasing you about the moon. They're like, oh, you want to go here? We might let you, but maybe not. Probably not. But here you go, it is. Oh, you're on now. Oh.
Hang on, did I make my joke about that just being nighttime on the last podcast?
No.
Fuck. Shit. What a zinger as well.
You didn't say the joke initially, and then you ruined it.
What a zinger. I didn't want to repeat myself, but I will now.
Yeah, do it. Oh.
No, I'm not doing it. It's too late. I'm so sad that. When did I... Oh.
I've never even heard that joke.
No, because this exact thing happened, and it's literally the exact thing. You're like, oh yeah, they keep teasing the moon, and I'm like, you know that's just nighttime, right? When you can see it. And it's ruined now.
Funny. Yeah, well, you fucked it up.
His name's Blowjob. Let's just go with that.
It is.
The Lytecast will assume you already heard our jokes.
Just imagine I'd said like really, really quickly and sharply that them teasing the moon is just the moon being there because it's nighttime and the moon's out during nighttime.
Okay. Oh, thank you. I didn't get it initially, but
there
due to your
now you can have a hearty laugh at home.
I can
because you are all at home.
Yep, probably. I mean, you might not be. You might
you two are all at home.
Oh, we are all at home. Yeah.
I'm here just wearing socks and a sweatband. And also pants and a shirt.
Oh, okay, thanks. I mean, I honestly was picturing you just in socks, but that's... Which was not a fun time. I was... No, I try to avoid it wherever possible.
One day I'm going to actually record this podcast on my phone while I'm on the toilet taking a shit and just not tell anyone.
Yes! And then... Like, a week later, when we have all the subscribers, you can be like, yeah, this happened, and then watch them all leave. It'll be fantastic.
It's great.
And, yeah. I mean, yeah, if we ever get too popular and we just decide that, you know, we don't want fans anymore, we'll just say, well, look, we're taking a shit, alright? And then
we're all taking a single shit.
A single...
Just in the same toilet, we're taking turns.
No. It's
whoever
just
can
you.
Clog
it's
the
just
plumbing.
You, Luke, and we're encouraging you the entire time.
Good.
Just, oh yeah, you can do it. We believe in you.
You can take that shit.
Shall we get back to talking about video games now?
Well, we can if you want, but I mean...
Wolfenstein doesn't have multiplayer, does it?
No.
It doesn't.
It doesn't. I mean,
that's not... I don't understand why that's such a big deal. It's
because every first-person shooter comes with multiplayer.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. If so many other people are going to do it, and probably do it better, mind, as well, like, why would you need to input... Yeah. I mean, it might have been nice because Wolfenstein is sort of old school, and that, like, it employs things that haven't been around since, like, Quake, like dual weapons and stuff like that. It might have been alright to play for a bit, but, again... COD is just going to come out and shit all over everything.
Well, do you know what it is? It's the yin to the Titanfall yang.
No,
it's not.
Entirely multiplayer, whereas this is entirely single player.
Are you saying that Titanfall is inherently evil? And that the
opposite... Yin and Yang are not either inherently good or evil.
I'm saying Titanfall is the multiplayer for Wolfenstein. It's canon.
Okay, alright.
Yeah. Nazis and then giant robotic mechs from the sky.
They also went to another part of the universe, but that's, you know...
Yeah, see, it's all just happening in the same timeline, but somewhere else.
Yeah, I much prefer these games that are either fully multiplayer or fully single player, instead of, like, splitting it between the middle.
It allows developers and that to, like...
Yeah, to fully focus on one or the other.
Rather than the other.
I would like it if they didn't cost as much.
Yeah.
But I'll take what I'm given.
I guess.
Well, Luke, that's the thing. You combine both and invest $500 million, and you get the best gaming experience since Minecraft.
Minecraft is the best gaming experience.
Exactly.
Definitely gaming experience. That's it. There's nothing else. Don't fool yourselves. You've been tricked.
It's true. Minecraft it's all propaganda by Moonnut.
It's the ultimate gaming arena.
Okay. I mean, Spleef is one of the best multiplayer experiences I've ever had. But...
Exactly. On the topic of really good.
On the topic of ultimate gaming arenas, Watch Underscore Dogs was released.
good.
So ridiculous.
Now, I'm going to read you some of the quotes from, like, the actual things, like I usually do, but it's really strange. They've all got high scores.
And then comments that just...
And then comments that kind of undermine the high score. It's fantastic.
Okay, so I'll start with Destructoids. They gave it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, so it's 2 away from perfection. They said, won't astound everyone, but worth your time and cash. That doesn't sound like... That's more like a 6 or a 7, isn't it?
Who wrote that one? Did you check?
No, I didn't, actually.
You should
I'm
check.
sorry. I just take the scores. I just skim over the reviews and take the scores so I get a general feeling.
Alright. I like Polygon's one. When Watch Dogs focuses on the things it does better than anyone, then it finds an identity worth developing.
Yeah, that's 8 out of 10 as well. They gave it 8 out of 10 and like...
Oh, it's such a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, it's like, when it actually focuses on what it's good, it finds something it's good at. And you're like, okay, thanks.
Okay, shit.
Gaming 4, 8.5 out of 10, so only 1.5 away from perfection. While not perfect, Watch Dogs' hacking abilities add an engaging and unique twist on third-person action. Like, it's alright. It's new.
They all sound like 7s.
Yeah,
why are they...
Eight is probably a bit much for that kind. I mean, I would honestly give it a 9. It's one of the fun... Like, it's probably... I mean, GTA 5 was fun. I've probably enjoyed this more, to be honest. It was shorter, and that really kind of was not fun. There's like 13 missions in total or some bullshit.
Doesn't it have like an unbelievable amount of side quests? Like?
It does. It has a lot of shit to do. But like, one of the things was... Every mission in the campaign felt like it actually had differentiating factors in it. Like you were doing different things all the time. But the side quests are just the same bullshit over it. When you've done one, you've done all of them. I mean, there's little point to doing them.
Mm. What about the hacking multiplayer?
Yeah,
I haven't heard anything about it.
I mean, I've not played a lot of it. I just got the introduction bit because I play offline because my room's so fucking far away from the router. I can't get signal at all. But I mean,
how are you getting to us through the internet?
Well, because I'm in the office.
Yodeling.
Yeah, I'm yodeling to the computer, which is in the office. So that's good.
He's pretty good at it, isn't he?
Yeah, crisp.
Sounds like he's right here. I'd like to think that's how yodeling works. What you hear from one end is yodely, 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 and on the other end it's just, Mike, I'm going to pop down to the shops. So, that's how yodeling works.
Skype actually acts as a translator, didn't you know?
Oh, I don't know that's... I think it's just sound waves. It's some kind of science, anyway.
Soundwave, everyone's favourite transformer.
It's just sound waves.
Yeah, it's like, they vibrate at higher frequencies, so like they sound really weird, but it's something to do with the Doppler effect. Blue shifts, red shifts, we don't know. It's something. It's science, like I said.
Welcome to Science 101.
Some kind of physics.
Now, I was going to talk about Watch Dogs, actually.
Yeah, the hacking and stuff, all I got was the introduction bit, which is technically an AI, but it acts like it's another player, which was kind of fun to do, but I don't know.
People have been kind of comparing it to Dark Souls Invasions.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is, except they don't help you, they just sort of fuck with you.
Yeah, that's Dark Souls Invasions.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty much describing the Dark Souls experience overall.
Yeah, I want to harp on about people hyping stuff too much, because I think that's why all the reviews have like a negative tinge to them.
There was the whole thing about it not being 1080p and everything as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it honestly didn't make a difference for me. It looks fucking amazing. I mean, after playing that game, I went back and played Alan Wake and like a bunch of other games. I can't even remember. Oh, Far Cry 2. Far Cry 3.
You were also compelled to go visit Chicago.
Yeah, I would like... Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, I was playing stuff like Far Cry 3, and it looks... I don't know why, because when Far Cry 3 came out, it looked fucking amazing. Everyone was like, this is really good, I love this. Even the graphics, great. Right?
Well, it's now just a like beautiful looking game.
It looks like a piece of shit compared to Watch Dogs.
Wow.
Which, I mean, is not good for, like, because our...
Really? Because Far Cry 3 looks really nice.
Yeah, I know.
Even like the aesthetically, it looks
good.
really nice.
It's good looking, right? But
yeah.
So, just compared to Watch Dogs, it looks fucking terrible.
Wow.
I walked from one room where I was playing that into where my brother was playing Far Cry 3, and I went, Jesus Christ, that hurts my eyes. Get it away.
Nathan only
yeah, but
expects the
was
best.
he playing on like an Xbox or something?
Yeah, it was on Xbox.
Yeah, that's probably why the graphics.
Yeah,
on that
I mean the draw distance was fucking terrible. But
not my glorious PC Far Cry 3.
No, I mean like it did. Yeah, I don't know. It was PS4 is just astounding me with like what it can do at the minute. I mean, I played Infamous, and that looks fucking amazing.
Yeah. How was Infamous Second Son, by the way?
Yeah, it was alright.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, at first it really, like, I was having fun with it. It felt really nice. It was like, you're not too powered, you're sort of rebelling against the bad guys and everything.
You're running
around. Yeah, running around.
So basically it's...
And then later you get way too powerful, and everything becomes just a little bit too heady. I mean, that's sort of got something to do with the fact that I'm not a huge fan of superheroes to begin with. And that's basically what this is. It's like mutant powers like that have the abilities of fucking Superman, which is ridiculous. But it was just a bit much when it got to the end. I was like, this is getting ridiculous.
Well, so Nathan's review of Second Son is it got too much fun.
It got too ridiculous. Not too much fun. I was having fun to begin with when I was just guerrilla raiding and throwing grenades at fucking convoys of bitches, and then everything got a bit stupid.
So it turned from like a stealth game into...
Basically, it turned from what was a basically Red Faction guerrilla in Seattle, looking fucking amazing, into, I don't even know what, some bullshit hack and slash.
Into a disaster movie.
Sort of, yeah, I'll go with that. Well, yeah. All right.
Yeah, so sequel to 2012.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that bad, but...
Oh dear, in that scene where they're in the plane just flying through and all the destruction's happening around them, it's just one man running after them. It's fantastic. All right.
What I was going to continue talking about Watch Dogs because I have quite a lot on Watch Dogs actually.
Yeah, keep going.
There's I think one of the reasons is that people are not having the best interaction with it because Ubisoft build it as the next generation game.
They did, it's true.
So, you were saying...
It wasn't that, like, there were things in it that were new and improved and haven't been done before, but
it felt like...
I mean, it's basically just another open-world game. Yeah. There's not much to it other than that. It was like, for the first time, there's a real reason not to kill civilians as you pass the streets, but, like, even that, you could just do it, and who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it influences the game in that if you're like don't kill civilians and like you go out of your way to help people, then they won't call the police when action's happening and shit. But like if you're a dick, they call the police like straight away. And then every time you get into even the minor, like the littlest of
parking offence.
Yeah, basically they're just like this cunt is here again. Please stop him. And then you have to run.
This man is
like
littering. Quick, get the coppers.
So yeah, no, it gives you a reason to be a good vigilante and fucking not hurt other people. But sometimes it's like it really is quite difficult not to kill civilians every now and then because you just like if you get like a little tap when you're in the car and you're like following another guy, and like it's just impossible not to.
That's what I heard. Every time you enter a car, you just assume that there are going to be casualties.
Yeah, every time you get in a car, you basically just like, well, something's going to happen and it's going to be terrible. So,
welcome to the apocalypse.
With comparing it to Far Cry 3, what's your thought on Ubisoft the video game?
Ubisoft the video game?
Yeah, basically it's the complaint that every single Ubisoft video game basically follows the same formula. Be it Far Cry, Splinter Cell, Assassin's Creed.
What do you mean?
They all share pretty much identical mechanics.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean,
but it's true.
I heard that Watch Dogs
Watch Dogs takes a lot of stealth from Splinter Cell. It takes a lot of the combat movement from Assassin's Creed. It takes the way you open up the map from Far Cry 3. Basically, people are starting to complain that a lot of Ubisoft's games are just becoming homogenized and feeling the exact same as each other.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know, but it felt fun and sort of refreshing to me because there's fuck all right now that's out you can do. But
I think sharing mechanics across different games is fine up until a point. So the fact that it's similar to all these other games is fine because it means they've been able to improve on the mechanics, and the story's different, the themes are different.
Fun for the reason that they've ported. Like, the Far Cry 3 had an excellent map system. Like, fucking Assassin's Creed, excellent way to get around, made shit a lot faster. I don't see the complaint in that. Yeah. It's just
the fact that they're all it's becoming a bit samey is what people are complaining about.
I don't feel that way though. It honestly doesn't feel like it's just repeated.
That's why I'm saying it's all right up until a point, because right now they're sharing the mechanics around, but it means they've been able to perfect them, and all the games still have a different theme. They have different settings, aesthetic, like all that, characters, all that. So it's fine. But I think if they just keep doing it, it'll become more and more obvious, and it will get to a point where it just gets too much. But right now, I'm fine with them still sharing the mechanics around because all the games feel different enough to warrant it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I don't see the complaint in it.
That's what I was going to say.
I see the complaint. I've played most of them apart from Watch Dogs, and I can see the comparisons between them. Even in the movement, like if you compare the way like Sam Fisher moves to the way Edward Kenway moves.
Yeah, Aiden. Like, is his name in Watch Dogs, by the way.
And I haven't played that, so I can't say. But it's basically Sam Fisher might move a bit slower, but like the way it feels very similar. Like the cover system and everything just feels very similar.
I don't know if because in Assassin's Creed there's a minor cover system where you go up to a wall, you sort of stick to it for a bit. That's not the way that Splinter Cell works. It's a lot different.
It wasn't that different. The only difference was you pressed a button in Splinter Cell.
I suppose, but like it was sticky, and it felt like the reason you were here was to stay behind cover in order to get stealthy and shit. Whereas Assassin's Creed is just sort of, if you want to peek around this corner, go up to a wall. And then besides that, I mean, I never spent any time in cover at all. I was always running across roofs and stuff like that. I don't see the complaint.
I do a bit.
As I was going to say, if the system works, I mean, incorporate it, sure.
Sure.
Because they've refined it through other games, seen that it's worked, and then incorporated it again because they know that it's a system that people like. So I don't see what's wrong with that.
Yeah. Just to break up the bullshit about Ubisoft, have you guys seen this game Maya? M-A-I-A. I just looked it up while we were talking.
No, I haven't heard of it.
It's a cross between Dungeon Keeper, fucking Dwarf Fortress, but it's like in a 3D. It looks fucking fun. It's all spacey and shit. But from what I've
heard of it.
It looks
fun.
I'll
have to look into it, and I might talk about it next time.
On the Dungeon Keeper was the one that they ported to the phone and it didn't do anything.
Shit house.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that the company that developed it got released or something.
Released?
EA Games.
No. The little sub company that developed it got disbanded. Don't quote me on that. I'll look it up.
It's fucking ridiculous what they did, but.
Give me a sec.
While he's doing that, I just want to say Battlefield 3 is free.
Yay, go and do it.
I don't know whether it's still actually free. This was quite a while ago. But it was one of the newest on the house deals that EA runs because so literally the best reason to download Origin ever is just to get the random free games. Oh yeah, and also Watch Dogs Uplay just shat itself when it was released, as it tends to do. And the PC port wasn't good. PC Master Race.
Yeah, look at this.
I guess.
Mythic Entertainment shut down by EA.
Yeah, they were like, it's all their fault. We didn't have anything to do with it. Fuck.
Yeah. Mythic Entertainment, the company that developed the initial Dungeon Keeper that everyone liked, and then they were also the company that ported it to phone. So it looks like EA was like, kind of a dick move. So I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, holy shit. I'm checking out my the thing that records the Skype. One of the test ones, you two are the contributing artists.
Wow.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Battlefield 4 has added out microtransactions.
Yes, your two favourite things in the entire
Battlefield
world.
4. Although it's just for the battle packs, and battle packs are fucking useless anyway, so who gives a fuck? Honestly.
I just like in the itinerary you just said Battlefield 4. Remember, it's fucking broken.
It is broken. and it hasn't had a price drop. And so they decided the best way to fix both those issues was to add microtransactions for shit no one wanted.
Exactly. You know,
seriously,
to make
it's
it
like
more expensive.
It's like ACOG site, but a little different is the kind of shit. And you can't choose, so it's all random.
Oh, what?
And you know how many weapons are in Battlefield 4?
Yeah.
So you have no fucking clue
what you're gonna get.
So who's buying these? Who's gonna buy them?
It's a pack, Luke.
No one with a brain.
Fantastic.
It's ridiculous.
Then again,
why bother?
Might actually be reaching the right crowd in that case, because no one with a brain would go out and buy a microtransaction.
It was alright, because they used to be level up rewards, you'd get one. So it was kind of like a little bonus, what are you going to get? You might get a silencer that looks purple.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Great time. I would want a silencer that looks purple for a bit.
Yeah, and a bit after that, Battlefield 4 was like, oh shit, this game doesn't actually work. Let's make a netcode patch. So they're going to release that soon.
There's a humongous novelty over the fact that there are so many very interesting glitches in Battlefield 4, and that's what's retaining attention at the moment, which is not fantastic.
It's such a good game underneath all that, though. It's such a fun game.
Oh,
shit, when did this get announced? Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments.
Yeah, that got announced recently.
Is that one of the point-and-click ones?
I don't know. Not heard of it.
Well, you can read about that. Well, I announce... Well, I think it's Bethesda announces... Battle Cry...
Yeah.
Which is a melee game. It's third person. It's kind of like cartoony, exaggerated features because it's with the main art lead from Dishonored. And you know, all those guys kind of looked a bit weird. The giant noses and
true.
stuff.
So it's a combination between Battlefield and Far Cry?
No. Not at all.
What?
It's kind of like a more casual version of Chivalry, although Chivalry is already pretty casual.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
But I'm pulling this out of my arse, actually. I watched the trailer.
This is Chivalry if it were to walk around.
But it's a lot more cartoony. It's third person. It looks fun. Right. I love the fact that we're getting a bunch of melee-based multiplayer games.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's so great.
Yeah.
It's giving you the buffet of
the fact that I can swing a giant fucking sword at someone online. It's worth everything.
Oh, it is worth every penny per inch.
And you remember how Battlefield is now annual?
Yeah.
Battlefield Hardline has been announced.
Yay! Are you excited, Luke?
I saw a little bit of that. Is that a new game?
It's about fucking cops and robbers.
Yes!
Oh, that is the tightest shit ever.
Holy shit, I need to look this up.
Hopefully it actually works. Although I'm almost certain it's going to be based on Battlefield 4's engine. So hopefully they'll have a lot more time to iron out bugs. If it actually works, I will buy it because Battlefield games are good. If they work.
What the fuck? This is, oh my god, it has all the workings of a military shooter, but set in like fucking LA or something.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Ridiculous.
It's great.
Oh my god.
I love everything about it.
Reenactment of cops and robbers as children. But
it's ridiculous. This looks ridiculous.
It's such a good idea.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And if you didn't know, although I think I mentioned it at some point, Games for Windows Live, the service that was a bane upon computers for a very long time, is finally dying. It's going to go away now.
No.
Okay.
And lots of games now have to patch it out. So Dark Souls is going to patch it out, Super Street Fighter, Dawn of War, I think Fallout, one of the Fallouts already patched it out, maybe. There was another game that I remember did it, and it deleted all the saves.
Oh, no.
Because they were tied to Games for Windows Live.
Games for Windows Live. That's the Grand Theft Auto.
Why would online DRM ever be a bad thing? Well, when it shuts down, all your saves get deleted. There's that. Magicka Wizard Wars.
Oh, when I said that I've played games that I can't talk about yet, because we're going to talk about them later, I played this one.
Hooray. I remember watching a Northern Lion live stream this, like, fucking months ago. Like, during the closed beta, so I wonder how it's actually... Is it good? Like, is it stable?
The networking issues, I know that you kind of assume that will be the case in beta, but it's just terrible at this point in time. I'll forgive them for now because they said that they're going to work on it, and
it's still in beta, so you can. If you're buying a beta, you've kind of got to accept it's going. No,
it's free open beta at the moment.
So yeah, but it's still a beta.
Yeah.
Multiplayer games themselves don't particularly appeal to me, but this one even less so.
No. I'll get to the actual gameplay.
It's all arena and stuff, right?
It's kind of it's a kind of MOBA style for.
I'll break down the gameplay for you. So there are three main gameplay types. There's the battle mode where it's 4v4, I think. Right. And you get these little minions as you capture spawn points. And there's also 1v1, and then there's also, for some reason, the training room requires a connection to the server. I've no idea why. Something to do with the fact that once you're finished with training, you can go straight into battle mode, but it's dumb. So it means that even if you're in training mode, it's impeding on the server, which is not fantastic because it slows everyone down. Battle mode is really fun, but it takes ages to get into a game, and then the games go for really short amounts of time. So it kind of becomes throw up between is it worth waiting that much time to get into a game to play it for only 5 minutes kind of thing. But the gameplay itself is really fun. It's like the initial Magicka, but you get less spell inputs so that it's not as overpowered as the first one. You can't get weapon enchantment things, so you can't make like a massive ice blade and go around beheading millions and millions of people, which is, what happened.
Yep.
Yeah. As you go, you start off in a checkpoint thing. There are, I think, 3. Yours, enemies, and then neutral one. And you try and capture all of them. And the game is over when your enemy can't respawn. And every time you capture a new one, you get little minions that aren't as strong as you, but help. So, yeah.
Speaking of prototype builds, Michael, good. Nathan, the Steam controller, which many developers have been getting prototype builds of to play around with and comment on, it's been delayed till 2015.
I saw it coming though.
Because apparently, all the Steam UI, the Steambox stuff they're basing on Linux, still has a lot of work to do, and so does the Steam controller, just interfacing with that and just regular computers. So they're not going to release it till 2015.
And also with the beta for it, when people actually got their hands on it, there was a lot of Steam actually started rethinking a lot of the features that they were going to add, so I assume that slowed down progress quite a bit as well. The touchpad thing in the middle, things like that.
Yeah. On that note, I think I've got something about the Xbox controller somewhere on here. Jesus, where did I put that? Because the Xbox One controller has drivers for PC now.
Indeed.
Rejoice. Yeah.
I saw a picture where somebody had their Xbox One controller plugged into a Surface. It was...
A service?
Oh.
Surface.
A service.
Surface.
Windows Surface tablet.
Windows Service. Yes, that's what the drivers are.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the Surface. I own a Surface.
Yeah.
One of the original ones. The cheapest one.
Okay.
It's not a bad little tablet.
Yeah.
It's
not
good because it's halfway between a laptop and a tablet. So, and it does. Actually, the battery lasts for quite a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great. I use it at uni, and it's light.
Nice. So you
can't play any fucking games on it though because it's fucking Windows RT, the worst idea ever.
It's not though. It's fantastic.
It's really bad.
Oh.
Windows RT is so shit. I want to figure out a way to install Windows 8 on it instead. I don't think you can because it's got a different type of CPU.
Wait. Wasn't Windows 8 developed for the Surface?
Yeah, I got the Windows Surface RT, not the Windows Surface Pro, because the Surface Pro was like $200 more expensive.
Oh, why?
Because the Surface Pro was $200 more expensive.
Yeah, I know, but Windows 8 was made for the Surface, as in the interface was designed.
Yeah, it's the same interface. It's just that it doesn't allow you to install outside apps because the CPU is different, I think.
Oh, well, that's not good.
Yeah, it's not great.
I take back my compliment of it.
Well, this is only the RT version. All the other versions actually run Windows 8.
Yeah, it's the retweet version.
I think it's the real twat option, because that's what they think of you if you buy it.
Oh dear, that joke works a lot better than mine does.
So, Steam has also decided that if their early access page, they don't care if they actually are going to make a real video game anymore.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
They're like, no, we put this on our store. It might never get finished. That's your prerogative. So fuck you, basically. We have no responsibility for our storefront.
Yeah, I think it's something to do with the fact that they're kind of sick of cradling unfinished games at this point, because they're just
that's their fucking job. They are Steam. They need to fucking deal with their store.
A lot of people really like early access, so they're supplying that feature, but they don't want to have to. If
they can't supply it well, then they shouldn't supply it.
Yeah,
they're half-arsing it. This is so fucking... Steam is starting to annoy me so much. Like, a few days ago, like, 10 different putt-putt games got released all at the same time. The storefront is a fucking mess. All the time. You'll get games from, like, 2006 on there.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
True.
Like, the actual, like, the main thing that they actually curate still is fine. That'll have all good games on it. But if you go down, you go to, like, new releases, you get all this fucking crap in here that I've never even heard of. Freddy Fish 5!
Aren't you glad, though? Are you so glad? You wouldn't have known if you hadn't seen it.
I can't, like... If I'd prepared, I would actually go and research some of the games on here. Because there's some bullshit on here. Like, there'll be stuff unbelievably odd. Here, Putt Putt, Pep's birthday surprise. Spy Fox in Hold the... Pajama Sam's Sockworks. These are all games that were released, like, in the 90s, I think. Race 8. Oh, finally, on the second page, down the bottom, this was released literally yesterday.
Yeah.
Haunt the House, Terror Town. It's an indie game that was released yesterday. It's on the second page of new releases.
Yes.
That is horrible. Absolutely
well, I
horrible.
suppose as they're porting older games onto the Steam system, they kind of are being released as new releases.
Steam said, as long as you're a publisher, we don't care. So all the publishers just flooding Steam with all their backlog.
Yeah.
It's such bullshit. It's so annoying. Because Steam used to be very good at having like a very clean and easy to read front page where you could find new interesting games, and now it's just there's no point.
Yeah, but look,
no one checks the front page anymore.
Don't you want to know if Pajama Sam's Lost and Found and Pajama Sam's Socks Works are now on Steam? Don't you want to know?
I would rather not, actually.
Yeah, well then that's just you being overcritical. I can't even say that with a straight face.
And have you seen Jim Sterling's video on air control?
No.
No? Oh, I heard that
it was a Greenlight game, and it doesn't work. It's broken.
It doesn't.
Oh, good.
Because they don't care anymore.
Okay.
They just don't. They stopped caring a while ago. They became the majority, now they don't care.
Well, maybe at this point where they're developing their own interface thing with the Steam OS, they've kind of dropped the ball on the thing that they already got running.
No, they wouldn't. That just doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's not the same people who develop new controllers aren't the same people who manage a storefront.
You don't know, could be.
No, it's like totally not though.
Fred, that guy who did the games.
Now, more happy news. I want happy news now. Star Citizen Arena Commander. It's been released.
Oh, hooray.
That's basically like, the dogfighting module, so you can now fly your ship around.
Oh, yeah. Have you been flying your ship around?
No, it's not working on my computer. Yeah, I'm pretty salty. But they've always said, because this is literally as soon as it's developed, they release this stuff. So they're trying to keep people as much up to date. They actually release this, I think it's monthly, a massive newsletter that contains all the stuff that's been fixed, changed, all the challenges they faced, how they've solved them, all the new stuff that they want to fix next month. It's really very open right now.
That's good. That's excellent.
Well, yeah, it's good because then people who have invested all this money in this game can actually see it.
Right now, Star Citizen Arena Commander is buggy piece of shit, but that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's alright.
People kind of
really is.
That was going to be the case.
Dark Souls 2 The Lost Crowns has been announced, DLC.
Hooray!
It's going to be separated into three parts: the Sunken Crown, the Old Iron Crown, and the Ivory Crown.
Hooray!
Where you collect crowns, probably. And I think it said something about them containing the vessels of old lords. So
do you put them on and then do lord impersonations?
No, do you put them on and then you eat souls?
Okay.
Wow, that's completely different.
It's basically how Dark Souls works. That's basically the game. You eat souls.
Yeah, I suppose. You go around eating people's souls.
Minecraft finally taking their fingers out their arse and going to ban servers where you can buy perks. So you know those servers where you can buy mod ship or like demi-mod ship or diamonds and shit like that. They want to like crack down on it because basically what was happening was kids were just stealing their parents' credit cards and paying $500 to be a mod on some shithouse server.
Yeah.
Because kids aren't smart.
Oh,
I realise that is literally the worst thing to spend money on ever, even if it was only like $1.
It was getting ridiculous to a point where it was like get party rank for $1,000 or something.
Luckily, if you do a bit of research, you do actually find decent servers that just ask for donations or stuff like that, or their like own website has adverts to run it. Like Luna's World, the one that we sometimes used to go on.
Yeah.
That one
it's good.
Didn't have that.
Yeah.
So that was good. Just if you do a bit of research, you can find them. But these are kids; they just join whatever the fuck, and then spend all their parents' money on diamonds.
With kids, they don't really have the tendency to snoop around and look for the good ones.
Yeah,
they just go, Minecraft, jump on a server, hey, you have to pay for this, I guess I will do that then.
I mean, you said it was the biggest waste of money, but I don't think it is. I think you'll have to look at Team Fortress for that.
Hats.
Fucking hats.
It's an investment.
It's a fashion statement.
You know, some dude lost $1,000 in hats once.
Jesus Christ.
He was doing a trade, and his middleman stole all the hats.
Fucking hell.
Oh, he lost $1,000. Jesus fuck. It was ridiculous.
I've just got the image in my head of a scout just running away with armfuls of hats. It's a brilliant picture. Oh, it's fantastic.
Also, I want to mention Oddworld New and Tasty, because Abe's Oddworld is one of the best platformers ever made by man. It is so cool. That was one of my favourite games when I was like 10.
What a great game it was.
It's so surreal and just kind of depressing, but also funny. It's such a great series of games. The Oddworld games are all pretty great.
Depressing in a funny way.
Yeah, it's dark humour.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a British thing. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, I suppose.
You wouldn't understand, Michael.
Yeah, I would.
Fucking Greek. God damn it.
Yeah, they just make jokes about legumes or something, I don't know. Something about that. various
this
beans.
leek is rather funny. Look at it.
Yeah, look at that. Greeks love it. It sounds like Greek.
It's called leek.
With your Mediterranean cuisine and your olives.
Oh, jeez.
Aren't olives part of the Mediterranean cuisine?
Yes.
Exactly.
What else? Couscous? You're gonna eat some couscous, are you?
No, what a dumb name.
It's not even couscous. What are you talking about?
What is this?
Ah,
fucking ridiculous.
I'm insulted.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm insulted, quite like the Mediterranean cuisine.
Oh, jeez.
I totally forgot to bring up last time that Superhot had a Kickstarter.
Oh, it's good.
I think it was $100,000 they wanted.
I'm assuming that they well exceeded that by now.
Do you know how long it took them to get $100,000?
A minute.
1 day.
Ooh. I was close.
In a single day. Let's look up the Superhot Kickstarter to see how much they actually got.
Well, the demo came out, and that was ridiculously popular.
That wasn't a demo.
Yeah, it was.
That wasn't a demo. No, it was just them.
No, it was for a game jam.
Well, they call it a demo at this point.
Yeah, they do, because, well, it was made for a game jam. They had no actual, plan to make it into a full game. And it just got unbelievable media attention.
They
got 200,000.
How much was it, sorry?
Holy shit.
200.
Okay, hang on. There were 9,000 backers. 200. Okay. 200,000 divided by 9,000. That's better than I thought. Yeah. I thought for some reason there was a much larger amount of, the average donation. Because what's two...
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, it's around $20 each.
Yeah,
but, yeah, 1 day. Literally, I found out the first day because I really wanted Superhot to happen and gave them money.
Hooray.
And then it just happened so quick. Even they were surprised. Like, their Twitter, they posted that they had put up the Kickstarter page. About 5 hours in, they were like, oh, we've got 20,000. I wonder if we're gonna... this is doing pretty well. And then, at the end of the day, they're just like, holy shit, we did it.
Oh, dear.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, well, for those who don't know about Superhot, it's a game that came out that has a very unique mechanic of time moves as you move, and it's kind of a first-person shooter, would you say?
Yeah, I'd probably classify it more as a puzzle game.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's a first-person shooter elements, but it's primarily, I think, a puzzle game.
It's first-person and you shoot, but it's more of a puzzle way about it, where you need to
basically manipulate time to dodge bullets, and that's about it in the actual demo. It was just basically when you're standing still, time doesn't move, so you can kind of take in your surroundings and shoot smartly because you only get a clip for each gun.
You've got all the time in the world, but as you waste your movement, you're pretty much wasting time and positioning yourself. Not very well.
I also want to bring up how much I fucking love the mechanic where you've got a very low amount of ammo and you've got to, ultra survival.
Yeah.
So you've got to survive, what was the name of that one game? I can't remember. I think it was Reload or something. Where Receiver, that was it. Where you get a gun, you've got to manually reload it, and you only get about, 6 or 7 bullets.
Oh, is that the one where you have to pick up the bullets after you shot them?
No, that's heavy bullets. Another game that I'm really, really interested in and might fun.
Because, similar concept.
But I absolutely love mechanics like that, where you get a very small amount of ammo and you've got to really, really look after it.
Yeah. But with Superhot, aren't there some levels where you start off without a gun and you have to actually run around the room avoiding bullets and knock somebody out so you can grab their gun?
Yeah. But, yeah, so I loved Superhot. I also love the aesthetic of the white rooms with the red people in it. It's so great.
And then that thing where you shot someone, but you'd have to move so that the bullet actually hit them, kind of thing. And then,
they'd be slowly falling through the air while you're standing still, and then
red
be
heading towards boxes.
It's a great. If you haven't,
they fall through, and it's so good.
If you haven't played the demo, just search Superhot on Google, go to their Kickstarter, and it will be right there.
Yeah, it's free. Yes, I think.
The demo. Yeah. It's a demo. They can't charge for a demo.
Well, I'm used to Steam at this point.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Shots fired.
In slow motion.
Anyone else want to talk about anything?
Yeah, I wanted to bring up the question. What was your first gaming console experience? Want to know?
PlayStation 1.
Yeah?
Yeah, my uncle gave it to me. This was when the PlayStation 2 came out. He bought a PlayStation 2, gave me his PlayStation 1 and Crash Bandicoot. And I had the best time. Oh, it was great.
Cool. Nathan?
Mine was Halo on the first Xbox.
Yeah?
Probably the first thing I ever played.
Oh, good. Mine is, mine's very obscure in comparison, I think.
Is it?
Yeah. It was a fake NES that was in the form of a PlayStation 1.
Why?
That was called, like, the Game Master or something.
Well, like the Game Master.
Oh, wow. It had games like Duck Hunt, Super Street Fighter, things like that on it. And it also had Pokemon Silver, but it wasn't. You ran it. All the subtitles were in Japanese. You ran around as this silver reptilian bipedal thing, picking up candy, throwing them at monsters until they went to sleep, and then you wore them as a skin.
That's brilliant. What a great video game. Yeah. Well, yes. My second was a PC game called Pharaoh, which was a city builder, and it was great. I think you can buy that on Steam now as well, or some shit. No, on GOG. GOG.com's great for that kind of stuff.
Good old game. It's fantastic.
Yeah, buy all the old games. And they all are guaranteed to work on your computer. Which is brilliant. Which is not something you can say for the old games on Steam. They won't work sometimes. Good Old Games also does good new games as well. They've got a pre-order for Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt.
Yeah, that might be alright. I don't know if I've seen too much about Witcher 3, but it's at E3 at the minute, which will be sort of the first sign of whether it'll be good or not.
Yeah, and there'll be a lot of stuff. Dragon Age Inquisition has been leaking like just little things for quite a while, and are you playing Fistful of Frags?
Nathan, you're being Darth Vader on your microphone.
Why? What the fuck?
I swear you're playing Fistful of Frags right now.
I'm not.
Alright, well, but yeah, they've been leaking like character and location information for a bit up and to lead up to E3. Which is why we've got so much news.
Yeah,
because everyone's like getting ready for E3.
Everyone's doing preemptive news so that I can... more about preemptive news. Mortal Kombat X got announced.
Oh yeah, Mortal Kombat 10.
With that trailer that nobody knows if it's in-game graphics or pre-rendered. Everyone thinks it's pre-rendered, but it could be in-game graphics.
Yeah, well, we'll see when it actually gets released. Or during E3. Woo.
This doesn't really matter if it is pre-rendered, but it is lovely to look at.
Yay.
Also, it looks like they've incorporated the mechanics that they had in Injustice, where you can actually interact with the environment while you're fighting. Like in Injustice, you could throw crates and explosives and things at people that were just flying around. And in the trailer, it showed Sub-Zero breaking off a branch and freezing it and then bashing Scorpion, I believe. Yeah, it's pretty hardcore. And then they finish off the trailer by skewering Scorpion's head. It's great. You know, it really brings back memories of photos of people that have been animated.
Because people seem to...
Fight!
People really like the reboot of Mortal Kombat, I think, if I remember correctly.
That's MK9, I think. Yeah, it was good. The story was not, it's not the greatest thing, but it links together.
Nuts.
It links together all of the characters well enough.
Story. So. Who does that?
Some people do. Some people do. All right.
Fucking idiot.
The gameplay was fun, and the fatalities were diverse and fun to do.
This has been a long podcast.
Hasn't it just?
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you it would be.
Right, what are we
were excited due to the subscribers on iTunes.
Yeah, that's why we've done it.
We overperformed. I'm so sorry.
Not because we haven't done it for 3 weeks and we had a fuckload of content we had to get through.
No, that wouldn't explain it.
We've got through it all now. I think we're done, unless anyone else has got something to bring up.
Don't worry,
I would just like to bring up the fact.
Low of 15 minutes.
Well.
Yay. Balance it out.
Yay. Yeah. We're doing well, I think. It's fantastic.
So are we done?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, so we can say goodbye to the little cherubs.
Goodbye. You fucks.
Will them on their way so they can go back to playing 1001 Spikes.
Things. I could just pinch your cheek if I weren't yodeling on the internet right now.
They'll play 1001 Spikes, die a lot, and then get angry. Because of reasons.
And then go on the internet and rant about it.
Then they'll play another game. Then they'll probably lose their job because they haven't been going to work because they've been playing video games.
Oh, my life story.
Oh yeah, also, I forgot, I totally lost track. Please, tell us why you are subscribed to us. Go to our Google Plus page and just tell us. It's like Google Plus / theLYTEhouse.
We honestly don't.
I am actually genuinely curious.
Like,
yeah.
what?
As to why.
Oh, since we're on iTunes, put in the review.
Yeah, and give us 5 stars.
Wow.
Just do it. Do it.
They'll be like, this podcast is really crap, but they told me to, so may as well. Just 5 stars, there you go. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thanks for...
See you next week, maybe.
You fucking
basically.
If you're still subscribed, which you probably won't, you'll be like, this podcast is way too long.
Well, if you're uploading them on a schedule on there as well, jeez, it's going to take ages for this one to come out.
Yeah.
You might want to upload them in quick succession so they can catch up.
Yeah, I've been kind of rushing them on at this point.
I'm listening to more Kombat theme.
Alright, well, see you then.
Bye.